what's something, and it's Microsoft, it's Samsung, it's the US government and on and on. What's something you're working on right now, you personally, that
Mhm.
really excites you?
So for me, it's a lot of our work. I'm working with a major software company right now on AI and how it changes the nature of the firm. And we've done a study with 2.7 million managers to understand, okay, well, how can we thrive in times of change? What are those things that allow each of us as leaders to take advantage of the disruption before us? Because one of the things I can tell you is that the amount of change is not decreasing. And it comes down to four basic things that we've seen consistently across leaders who thrive in disruption versus those who don't. And the good news is you're going to like these.
Great.
The question
Audience,
is,
take notes.
in a world of artificial intelligence, these things that, you know, organizational psychologists have been talking about for 20 years, right? Psychological safety and being more innovative and all this stuff. They've been really hard for companies to do because they haven't had the infrastructure to manage them. Suddenly, AI gives us that infrastructure to manage it. And so we're going to find that to thrive in the future, companies are going to have to be dramatically more agile. They're going to have to be dramatically more inventive. And we know that the characteristics of those types of organizations from our research break down into four basic categories. Do you create an environment where people leverage help? Because in situations where people leverage more help from their peers than their peers, they tend to do dramatically better in times of change. The second is unexpected connections. And man, as event organizers, we get this, right? It's always the person you weren't expecting to meet at the event that changes your life. It's rarely the person you were, right? You're going there for serendipity. So if we leverage help and we ask for a lot more help, and we go into situations where we make unexpected connections, what we're doing is we're dramatically increasing our potential. We're dramatically increasing what's possible for us. And the fascinating thing, and this is the thing that event planners are going to get that most managers might not, is that when that potential increases, right, you get good chaos. You get good
Yeah.
hard things happening.
Right.
But
Right.
you've got to be able to think in a first principles basis about what's actually going on, right? You can't just use like standard operating procedures in non-standard times. It doesn't work, right? So how are you going to control the chaos? So we talked about leveraging help and unexpected connections. We've talked about controlling chaos. And the thing is, when you walk into uncertain situations and you're comfortable that you're going to walk out of them comfortably, safely, with a better outcome, you stop focusing on all the KPIs, all the things in front of you. Yes, those are important. But when the world changes, there are all kinds of new pools of value, all kinds of new opportunities that no one else is focused on because they're just trying to get through that moment. And when you step back and you take the time to know what's missing, to see where those opportunities are. Maybe we thought we were going to do a big keynote, but it's time for a fireside chat. Maybe we thought we were going to do that big dinner, but something happened. The restaurant flooded out, right? So now we're going to do a whole bunch of like picnic baskets, somewhere else on the top of the building. There are all these opportunities perpetually in the chaos of running large events to create something better when you take
Yeah.
the time to know what's missing instead of just focusing on what's there.
Yeah.
And so when you leverage help and unexpected connections, you control chaos and you know what's missing, you have this really great consultant acronym, luck, but you also have a really easy way to talk to your people, to talk to your vendors, to talk to your partners about how to deal with that uncertainty, how to deal with the change. And when we
Yeah.
do that, we move from just asking what happens next to being able to create it.